Imagine a daring mission where Ukraine's drones soar across vast distances, targeting Russian airbases far beyond their borders. Picture these drones penetrating deep into Siberia, evading the world's most formidable air defense systems, and obliterating Russian nuclear bombers. This is the tale of an extraordinary intelligence operation that rattled the Russian military to its core and redefined the conflict. Welcome to the story of the Spider Network. Amid the bloody war between Ukraine and Russia, a daring plan was brewing within the walls of the Ukrainian Security Service, known as the SBU. This wasn't just any plan, it was a bold strike aimed not at the front lines, but deep within the heart of Russia. The SBU knew that a direct confrontation would be costly and potentially devastating, so they opted for a more covert approach. Their mission? To disrupt the very core of Russian military capabilities with a strike where it was least expected. For over a year and a half, intelligence cells meticulously crafted a daring plan. Their target, the strategic bombers Tu-95 and Tu-22, the backbone of Russia's long-range strike capability. Disabling or destroying these bombers would significantly weaken Russia's ability to project power far beyond its borders. The planning involved meticulous attention to detail, from the selection of targets to the timing of the operations. But how could they infiltrate a country with closed borders and heavily monitored airspace? Traditional methods were out of the question. The SBU had to think outside the box, leveraging every possible advantage and exploiting every potential weakness in the Russian defense apparatus. This required not just military expertise but also a deep understanding of logistics, intelligence, and even psychology. The solution wasn't purely military. It was a logistical and intelligence feat. The SBU had to coordinate with various entities, both within Ukraine and internationally, to ensure the success of the operation. This involved a complex web of communications, supply chains, and covert operations. Every step had to be carefully planned and executed to avoid detection and ensure the drones reached their intended targets. Drone parts were smuggled into Russia through complex networks, some civilian, some commercial, and some supported by unidentified international entities. These networks were designed to be as inconspicuous as possible, blending in with regular commercial and civilian traffic. The parts were often disguised as everyday items, making it difficult for Russian authorities to detect the smuggling operations. This level of sophistication required not just technical expertise, but also a deep understanding of Russian customs and border control procedures. Instead of launching the drones from Ukraine, they were assembled inside Russian territory, in garages, warehouses, and even mobile trucks. This decentralized approach made it much harder for Russian authorities to track and intercept the drones. Each assembly point was carefully chosen to minimize the risk of detection and maximize the chances of a successful launch. The use of mobile trucks added an extra layer of flexibility, allowing the SBU to adapt to changing circumstances on the ground. This is the essence of the Spider Network, a network of assembly and launch inside Russia itself. The Spider Network is a testament to the ingenuity and resourcefulness of the SBU. By creating a network that operates entirely within enemy territory, the SBU has managed to turn the tables on Russia, using its own territory against it. This network is not just a tactical innovation, it is a strategic game-changer, demonstrating that even in the face of overwhelming odds, creativity and determination can prevail. On a moonless night, 117 small drones silently lifted off from various hidden locations within Russia. Their destination? 3 of the country's most fortified military airbases. The first target was Engels Air Base, a fortress of nuclear-capable strategic bombers. This base, a symbol of Russian military prowess, housed some of the most advanced aircraft in the world. Next was Shaykovka Base, home to the formidable Tu-22 bombers. Known for their long-range capabilities, these aircraft have been a cornerstone of Russian air power for decades. The final target lay deep in Siberia, near Novosibirsk. This remote airfield, often deemed impenetrable due to its harsh climate and isolation, was now within the reach of these small but potent drones. These drones, though simple in design, were equipped with state-of-the-art navigation systems and explosive payloads. Their unassuming appearance belied their deadly precision. Within hours, the results were devastating. The coordinated attack left a trail of destruction that was both unprecedented and unexpected. 41 Russian aircraft lay in ruins, and command centers were crippled, severely hampering the operational capabilities of these bases. The precision of the strikes was a testament to meticulous planning and execution. Fuel and ammunition depots erupted in flames, sending plumes of smoke into the sky. The loss of these critical supplies further hindered Russia's ability to respond effectively. Russia's airstrike capability was temporarily paralyzed. The sudden and severe disruption left the Russian military scrambling to assess the damage and restore functionality. In a dramatic reveal, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky shared astonishing details about the operation. His announcement sent shockwaves through the international community, highlighting the audacity and ingenuity of the Ukrainian forces. "After infiltrating our drones into Russia," he said, "we dispersed them across several locations. This strategic dispersion minimized the risk of detection and maximized the impact of the strikes. The drones were armed with explosives and connected to command centers using artificial intelligence. This advanced technology allowed for real-time adjustments and precise targeting, making the drones incredibly effective. The most shocking detail? One of the 4 locations used to prepare these drones was directly behind the Russian Federal Security Service building. This bold move demonstrated the level of infiltration and the high stakes of the operation. Ukrainian intelligence officers operating undercover inside Russia used car-hailing apps to order 4 large cargo trucks. This ingenious method allowed them to move the drones without arousing suspicion. Each truck had a hidden Ukrainian agent sitting next to the unsuspecting Russian driver. These agents were highly trained and prepared to execute their mission with precision and stealth. Once the trucks arrived at their designated locations near Russian airbases, the plan was quietly executed. The agents moved with calculated efficiency, ensuring that every step of the operation went off without a hitch. The Russian drivers were swiftly and silently eliminated. This part of the operation required nerves of steel and absolute precision, as any mistake could have jeopardized the entire mission. With the press of a remote control, the wooden boxes in the back of the trucks were opened. The drones, now fully armed and ready, emerged from their concealed compartments. The drones took flight, ascending into the night sky. Their small frames were barely visible against the darkness, each programmed with a specific target to ensure a coordinated and devastating attack. Soaring into the sky, these AI-powered drones flew independently, identifying and locking onto their targets without any human guidance. This level of autonomy and precision showcased the cutting-edge technology and strategic brilliance behind the operation. Imagine a daring operation, executed with precision and finesse. The total cost? A mere $117,000, the price of a single Russian tank. But the impact was monumental. Russian losses soared to an estimated $7 billion, encompassing aircraft, equipment, and munitions. This operation went down in history as the most cost-effective strategic strike ever executed. In the heart of Ukraine's daring drone strike inside Russia, one name stood out: Vasyl Malyuk, the head of Ukraine's security service. Malyuk, with a glint of pride, indirectly confirmed their involvement, calling the operation an intelligence masterpiece. His words painted a picture of a meticulously planned mission, showcasing the brilliance of Ukraine's intelligence community. But was Ukraine truly alone in this audacious endeavor? The sheer complexity and precision of the strike sparked whispers of external assistance. Observers speculated about possible logistical support from the West, hinting that Ukraine might have received crucial backing from its allies, especially from the United States and the United Kingdom, through satellite images, intelligence, and advanced technological resources. These nations have a storied history of providing strategic support to Ukraine. The programming support for drone navigation systems was particularly noteworthy. Experts believe that such sophisticated technology could have been the game-changer in the operation's success. While Washington officially remained silent, the geopolitical implications were unmistakable. The U.S. has always been a key player in bolstering Ukraine's defense strategies. Reports suggested the operation was tacitly approved, with certain conditions in place to maintain plausible deniability. One such condition was that no U.S.-made weapons were used in the attack. This stipulation was crucial to avoid direct confrontation and maintain a delicate balance in international relations. The operation's success not only demonstrated Ukraine's growing military prowess, but also highlighted the intricate web of international alliances and covert support that play a pivotal role in modern warfare. The Kremlin was left reeling from the audacious operation. Conflicting statements began to swirl within its hallowed halls. Russian media outlets were quick to point fingers, with some accusing NATO of direct involvement. Meanwhile, the Defense Ministry scrambled to control the narrative, attempting to downplay the extent of the losses. They claimed that most of the drones had been intercepted and neutralized. However, satellite images and eyewitness accounts from the ground painted a starkly different picture. The strike had been undeniably successful, leaving a trail of destruction in its wake. And more importantly, the message was unmistakable. Russia was no longer invulnerable, even within its own borders. In the shadowy world of military intelligence, these daring drone strikes are not about winning battles on the ground. Instead, they aim to create a balance of terror, leveraging the power of information. Each operation sends a chilling message: we know your secrets, and we can reach you anywhere. This could mark the dawn of more intricate missions, especially as Russia ramps up its strategic weapon deployments. But beware, Moscow might strike back in unexpected ways, through covert assassination, cyber warfare, or vengeful missile attacks. Once upon a time in the shadowy world of espionage and covert operations, there emerged a tale of unparalleled ingenuity and daring. This was the story of the Spider Network. In a world where massive armies and traditional battles were becoming relics of the past, a new kind of warfare was born, one of brains, networks, and inexpensive yet lethal drones. The audacious strike deep within Russia's borders was a harbinger, a sign that no nation was beyond reach. The question that lingered was not about Ukraine's success. Instead, the world wondered, who would be the next to face such an unexpected and devastating strike? Finally, don't forget to subscribe and activate the bell to learn more about the Russian response later.